Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is today's tarot for all signs for Wednesday, the 3rd of April, 2024. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe, where I give one-question readings amongst other things. Now, you can book in for one of those one-question readings on my website, BeHealing.com, at any time. Find a link for that at the description box below, in it, down there, also up there too. I do all the pre-book readings right at the start of the next live show, then send you the link to the replay, so you don't need to be able to make it live. Alternatively, come live, but while I'm live, I can do it straight away for you. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. I only offer my services through my website, so those that are going directly to you, they're scammers pretending to be me. It's not really me. You can find a link from my private readings in the description box below, and also up there too. I get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. Various types. Check it out. You can also add energy healings on as well if you're interested in that too. It's a good combination, guidance reading and an energy healing, if I do say so myself. Now, there's 2 ways in which to win one of those private readings worth 160 Australian dollars with me every single month. The first way is by being a subscriber to my channel, clicking like on this video, then leaving a comment. That'll get you 1 entry in. Do that as many times as you like on all my videos, including my shorts throughout the month. It'll get you loads of entries in. The second way is by checking out my pick a card reads. If you purchase one of the deeper dives, those extended readings, that'll get you an entry into the prize draw. Second prize draw. So good luck with winning those. Now, what's in the energies for everybody today? Shadow dancer, shadow work. Could be feeling judgmental about yourself today and be needing to face that. Now, we did have particularly weird energies yesterday of something coming to light, which might have shocked you, and it could, it could have you questioning yourself. You know, when negative things happen, I say negative like that because everything is always a mixture of positive and negative, but on first glance, something might have appeared to be negative yesterday, but it's actually happening for a positive reason. But the shadow work can come up after something like that, because when we start questioning ourselves, you know what I mean? It's like going on a date, and the person shows you a red flag. So you're like, okay, I'm done with that person. I'm not going to continue investing into this one. And then the next day, I'm like, perhaps I'm being too picky. You know, when we start turning it in ourselves, that's the time to do the shadow work then. It's like, well, why am I questioning myself when I know that I'm making good decisions for myself here? So the shadow work is when we start turning on ourselves, and we need to face that. Curiosity, be curious about it too. Yeah, be curious about it. Like, why am I doing this? Well, why is my subconscious mind doing this to me? What is it afraid of? What is my subconscious mind trying to protect me from? Ask yourself that. Like, if it's like the example like of my date kind of thing, your subconscious mind is trying to protect you. It's trying to keep you connected with people. It probably thinks that you're leaving your tribe behind by not wanting to go on another date with someone, right? And so we've got to get down to like basics, imagining our subconscious mind is a cave woman or a caveman, with that level of like, ugh, this not safe, you know, perspective, which is what it does, right? And so be curious about it. Like, what could my subconscious mind be trying to save me from here? By trying to, and then I'm trying to turn it against myself, you know. It's a persevere as well. Stay along that, you know, it's, shadow work is never easy, and it's, sometimes we just don't want to be bothered with it. The hard things in life, we don't want to be bothered with. We want to focus on something else. We want to go and have some fun with our friends instead, and then completely ignore it. But we need to persevere with it, because it lingers. It sticks around if we don't deal with it, right? And reframing is the way to deal with it. Seeing it from a different perspective, putting it in its place. Often it's our subconscious mind. Wow, look at this. 8 of Cups. There's something we need to leave behind, and it's an emotional thing. It's an emotional attachment that we need to leave behind. So what we're making something mean. 10 of Swords. Painful. The end of the pain, or painful ending. Up to us, the way we take it, right? Some people are in pain when they end things. Some people, it's the end of the pain for them. It just really depends on our perspective. King of Wands. This is someone else's energy. This is a go-getter kind of person. Someone that wants something. They go after it. Perhaps they break a few rules to get what it is that they want. What else have we got today? We've got Knight of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Take it slowly with other people. This is saying. Bit of a warning there. Yeah. For some of you, if you're starting out with someone, be careful. Someone might be duplicitous. Someone might have other people, dating other people or something like that. Could be that. For some of you, you might be being promised a job or something like that, or believe that you are. Take it slowly. There might be other people in the running too. They might have told a few people that they're giving it to. Like, I remember telling my youngest son that he was my favourite one time, just whispering it to him, and then he yelled it to my other two, and they all said, she tells us that too, and then like I was completely rumbled. But it just kind of reminded me of that energy. So the Eight of Cups, what are we leaving behind? What are we walking away from? Someone perhaps that we were building something with or learning from. Empress, you deserve better than that. So yeah, that's what I was getting in that shadow dancer. When we turn on ourselves after we've made a good decision, that's what it feels like today. It feels like we're turning on ourselves in some kind of a way, and we need to stop that. We need to not just stop it, push it down, but get to the bottom of it, be curious, like why. So I do feel like you've made a decision because you're the Empress. You know what you deserve. You deserve your divine feminine. You deserve better. Three of Materials is about collaborations, people that you've been planning with or something like that. So you might have left someone or something behind, and then there's the emotional ramifications of that to leave behind. It's like getting over what you then make it mean about yourself, right? It's when we get to that point of like, why does this always happen to me? What's wrong with me? That kind of thinking, that's what we need to do the shadow work on. There's nothing wrong with you, especially if you were confronted with a situation, you faced it, you dealt with it, and in an empowered way, then the emotional things kick in the next day. You know, it's that kind of thing. If you've made a good decision, you've made a good decision. Like, there is nothing wrong with you. There's something very right with you. And omens is behind that. So you could be getting signs about this. You could have been getting signs about this, that you're all good. You're all good. Ten of Swords, and it could be the end of the pain as well. Or painful ending. Queen of Inspiration, but go for it and protect yourself. So the Queen of Inspiration, she's very attractive. She takes action too. And the Seven of Inspiration is about protecting yourself. So protect yourself from that pain, you know, especially if people around you will try and project where they're at, and if they were in the situation onto you. So if they're telling you you've done the wrong thing or whatever, or perhaps you're being too picky, or you know, you're setting your sights too high, or you shouldn't have done that, whatever it is, it's like, just keep on doing what you're doing and protect yourself from that as well. You don't need to, this doesn't need to be a painful ending. Changes and creativity. Interesting. So we could be talking about changes in your life leading to new jobs, creativity, work, business. Queen of Inspiration, well, like, she's the Queen of Wands, like this King of Wands. Take action, claim what it is that they want, do what they want. Could be job change. This for some of you. King of Wands, tell us about this one. This is someone else's energy. So it's a go-getter, often entrepreneurial kind of a person in my readings when this one comes up. But they do break a few rules, but rules that are not that important. Do you know what I mean? There's some laws that are like, yeah, because that's really wrong and that hurts people. And then there's some laws that are like, it's not actually hurting anyone, and that's just like protecting an establishment or something like that. It's not really wrong. Do you know what I mean? Certain rules that I think we can break. I'm not suggesting anyone break the law, of course, but you know what I mean. King of Wands, Ace of Inspiration. So this is someone go-getter that are acting on an impulse, I'm getting from this, on something that they're passionate about. So this could be someone coming towards you and on a whim, acting on impulse, offering you something. Could also be about love life as well. Because look, we've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups there, and I was getting a clear message to take it slowly with other people because they might be duplicitous. So if they're coming at you with all this passion, Ace of Inspiration, this King of Wands, they might be coming at other people with that same passion. Sacred space. Sacred space, do you know, it's like a make sure you take up your own space, you know, stay in your own energy. the King of Wands energy is quite compelling too. They could be very charismatic kind of a person too. I think there's entrepreneurs, you know, that will, like that guy, I don't know what his name is, that did the bulletproof coffee thing, is like a snake oil salesman. He's very compelling now, and he says all of these sciencey things, but it's not really science. He's not really a scientist, and he's very compelling. And then afterwards, you think, hang on a minute, that's not actually right. He's just kind of made that up, but he was really convincing. It could be that, something like that. King of Wands can be a character like that. And just stay in your own energy. Knight of Pentacles, take it slowly, because someone could be duplicitous here. Three of Cups can often denote an energy of someone that is seeing other people or offering that to other people too. So just take it slowly. Knight of Emotions. Someone could be coming toward you with romance, this one as well. So take it slowly. Ten of Inspiration, put the burdens down. It could be you attract people that kind of burden you, and it could be a repeat. I'm getting with that. And the Four of Emotions. You might have been disappointed in the past, and if you've been holding that disappointed energy, you could be attracting a similar kind of person in, or be attracted to similar kind of energies until you've cleared that out. Muse of Materials. If I am talking about dating here for you, it could be that they appear to have plenty to offer and stability, job, work, that kind of thing. But even though that's a good thing, yes, it can be a good thing, it can also depict someone who has been overly invested in their lives into just working or into money making, and not been putting their times and efforts and priorities into healing themselves, working on themselves, being emotionally mature, learning about that kind of stuff, relationships and all of that. Be careful what you wish for, right? Because we've all got 24 hours in a day. We can't focus on everything. Nobody can do that. No one can be everything to everyone. We can't prioritize everything. We have to specialize. And you know, for me, health, fitness, self-healing, my business, balance in my life, like work-life balance, sleep, taking good care of myself. Those are my priorities. Other things take a back seat, like relationships are lower down on my list, because of, you know, I've got to a place where I'm like really comfortable in myself. I do spend some time on relationships and my friendships and stuff, but by far the other stuff that I just mentioned is my priority, and that's okay, and that's just the mix that's right for me for now, at the moment, at this point in my life, and it will change too. And so just know that especially when someone's showing you success or that they're really good in this area, know that they have prioritized that above other things. And so if you're thinking like, oh, they're really good in this, they're going to be really good in that, it's like, not likely. What's behind that is anger. Could make you angry, and it's because there's other people involved. The Three of Cups. So take it really slowly with someone like this. We get impressed. Snake oil salesman, you know, we get impressed, especially if someone's charismatic and they're showing like that they're really good at something. We get really impressed, and you know, think musicians or artists, you know, that really devote themselves to that, and that are kind of not very good in the rest of their lives, you know, and we think, oh, that would be an amazing person to get into a relationship with because they're famous, and it's like, no, they wouldn't, because you can see that they're clearly being focused on one thing to the detriment of other things in their life. So if I am talking about dating with all of this, I'm just giving that as an example, but if I am talking about that, for some of you, perhaps you need to be looking for more of a regular person that's balanced. That might be better for you. What about our love lives? Let's find out. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And there is something in that as well. There's something in that. Know what your priorities are. Know that you can't prioritize everything. Don't expect anyone to be perfect, because they're not going to be. Don't be so impressed by a sign that someone has been overly invested in one particular part of their life. Don't be overly impressed by that. That's all. And look for balance, or for someone that is a compatible mix of their priorities in themselves. Take inspired action. Says the full moon in Virgo in your love life. So acting on inspiration. The Queen of Inspiration does that, of course. Respect and open up. So when someone's showing respect to you, open up. That's really important, right? It's like if someone's treating us right, open up. If they're not, back right off. Back right off. I do that straight away. As soon as there's any pull back of investment or anything, I pull back too. It's like I'm not getting into those one-sided things anymore. Got wild abandon and enjoyment. Nice. So cutting loose. Wild abandon, enjoyment, enjoying yourself, perhaps not making things mean so much. We've got orgasm and self-consciousness as well. Interesting. So yeah, there's flingy kind of an energy going on here, but you could be self-conscious about that as well. Self-conscious in a way of like, if I'm saying yes to this bit of fun, is it going to delay me getting into something more serious, something that I truly want? Perhaps there's a need for you to add more fun to the mix, you know, not go for people that are so serious, or the other way around. Sometimes if we want these flings, we've got to recognize there's something in that energy that we want, and perhaps we should add it onto our list for our soulmate. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with that soulmate list, check out my playlists on my channel, this channel, because there's one that's called something like The Healing Path to Your Soulmate, and it was a paid program in the past, and now it's free. I made it available here on my YouTube channel for free, and go through that course. Horseshoe, good luck. We've got lightning, control your anger or you'll be sorry. Yeah, someone could be making you really angry, this duplicitous person, when you kind of clock them. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Don't do that. Know what your priorities are and start investing in your priorities. Rose, romance is in the air. Ooh, and throne, position of authority. Throne often depicts the energy to me of you being honored and valued as well. And make sure that you are doing that for yourself, Empress. It could be that no one's doing that around you today, or the key players today are not doing that. Shadow Dancer, don't forget, shadow stuff is coming out, so you might be turning it on yourself. Don't do that. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer. But it's just a bit of fun, because this is a general reading, not a personal reading, even though sometimes it feels personal, doesn't it? If you want me to pull a crystal out of my bag for a specific question that you've got, cards out of my decks for it as well, you can do one of two things. Either book in for a one question reading on my website, behealing.com, find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. Do those in that live show, Psychic Cafe. Or you can get a full reading if you've got a few questions or you want a great detail reading in private, then book one of those private readings. You'll find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. So, how best to deal with these energies today? Eight of Cups. Let it go, let it go, let it go. First card out, Eight of Cups. There's an emotional thing to let go of. Don't turn things on yourself today. Recognize it as your subconscious mind and your nervous system is trying to protect you from caveman, cavewoman kind of stuff. It's very basic. It are our protection mechanisms, which is why we find we get anxiety and fear over like emotional things now instead of like life-threatening things. Your subconscious mind is probably making a good decision mean that you are isolating yourself from your tribe, and that puts you in danger of not having any food or shelter. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. It's like that. So let go of the emotional attachment to things. Question it. Be curious. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer, because your answer is no. It's the ruby. Don't do it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. I do one of these today's tarot every single day of the year, and I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. Come along. I would love to see you, get to know you, chat with you, share things with you, and perhaps read for you as well. And I make 3 Love Pick card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now. Watch that next if you want. Have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.